running the street for 2 years straight. I was another program before I came here. I was court ordered, so I ain't really wanna do it. If that makes sense. I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna do it, so I'm gonna go back to jail, and then after I completed, I'm gonna do me for real. So after I did that, started back drinking and smoking weed and all that shit. And that shit just got out of control. Ran the street for 2 whole years. I was working and shit though. You know, I always keep a job, working and shit, but shit just got unmanageable for real. The one thing that impacted me the most growing up was definitely my older brother. My older brother died. That shit fucked me up like real bad.
What happened?
He got shot when I was 13. Yeah, he got killed. That shit, it broke me in a million ways. Yeah, that's why I try not to think about it too much. But you know, can't forget him. But I try not to think too heavy into it because I'll fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. After that, my best friend died. Well, after that, my grandmother died, and then my best friend died a year after she died. So, like, death for real. That's the reason why I was even drinking. Death. Not being able to deal with it the proper way. Too many situations to count, honestly. I know I was a problem when people started distancing themselves, though. Genuinely. People used to love being around me. Like, but I drank, I turned into a whole different person from what I've been told. And from what I've seen too, shit. I can't even say from what I've been told, but yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. When I drink, I get disrespectful, tend to talk too much, get violent, all the extra, you know, the theatrical bullshit. Not necessarily though, because it don't be nothing wrong. It's just, you know, when you bottle a lot of stuff up, when you drink, it come out. Drunk man told no lies. But a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue. I went viral. I laugh at it now because can't change it, and I'm actually glad for it because if it didn't happen, I'd probably still be doing the same thing. Staying out, drinking, not being the father I know I can be. You know, just doing dumb shit, not being the son I know I can be. Yeah, I went viral.
So what happened?
I got drunk. Well, started my day off drinking. I used to drink big bottles of wine. So I went from liquor to wine. So, and you know, wine gets you more furred than liquor do. So I started drinking wine earlier that day. And I was already coming off of a drunk weekend. So I was just rolling. I let the weekend go. So grabbed a big bottle of Sutter Homes, drunk that. Throughout the day, I kept finding my way to get money and buying more. Brought another big bottle at the end of the night. Then I was out drinking with the fellas and I blacked out. And I ended up going to somebody's food truck and taking out their tip jar. And I was like, and I woke up the next morning, mind you, I didn't know I did it right then and there. So I woke up the next morning, my phone flooded. And people sending me the video, like, yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck? I remember being around that area, but I don't remember doing this. So I had to fess up to that. I took that on the chin. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, damn. But anybody that know me, if you watched the video or seen it, you know I was not in my right frame of mind. I could see it. So I was like, damn. Then my mother ended up going back and, you know, something touched her heart. She wanted to get a man his money back. Like, I didn't ask her to do it. I didn't even, well, I knew she knew, but I didn't think she knew to go up there to do that, you know what I'm saying? So that spiked it up more, went extra viral. She was on the news and all that stuff. Like, I don't know. People be telling me, yeah, you should capitalize off of it, and you should do this, and you should, I get that, but like, I don't want to capitalize off of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather capitalize off of me getting clean, staying clean, and, you know, helping the youth. I got nieces and nephews, little kids that I know and shit like that. Like, I don't want them to have to go through that shit. Like, embarrassment, I wasn't embarrassed for myself. I was embarrassed for my mother. But that makes sense. Like, I wasn't embarrassed. I'm 26. She ain't forced me to do that shit. And she knows she ain't raised me like that. Alcohol, it give you the case of the fuckets. Like, fuck it, I'm doing, I don't give a fuck. It all it do, it give you the case of the fuckets. So, yeah. I had to remember who I was. I had to remember who I am. Not was, who I am. Because I'm a whole different person when I don't touch liquor. Period. I'm a whole different person. Like, I got morals and principles and shit like that. Alcohol, that shit take all that shit away. Like, the only level I won't stoop to is, well, you know, other people, they got drugs and they do wild, crazy stuff. I ain't doing all that. I ask first. If I can't get it when I ask, then it might result to me going to, you know, yeah. But I ain't doing no crazy off the wall just for no drink. It ain't that serious to me. Once I got sober, like today I'm 60 days clean as of today. I did it before. I was clean way longer than I was clean way longer than this at one point in time. But it was forced. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to do it.
So what's the difference between like a forced cleanse and like wanting to get clean?
See, when you forced to do it, it's like a judge hit the gavel. I order you to a drug treatment program in 6 months.
Okay.
You gotta complete it. But me, I came in on my own. After that situation happened, that happened on a Friday. I went to my mother's house Saturday afternoon sometime. And I was like, I'm gonna take this whole weekend and I'm gonna sleep it off. And I said, on Monday, I'm going to a program. Can't do it no more. Obviously, I needed some kind of, assistance with it. So I just took it for what it was. Luckily, they called me and told me to come in. So I did that. I ain't looked back since, and I ain't going to. I'm planning on it. Boy, you got a long road ahead of you. Long road, but you're gonna be alright. There's gonna be a lot of lonely ass nights in the cell. There's gonna be a lot of having to go through a lot of unnecessary lessons. Your lessons gonna be hard, but you gonna be alright. You still standing for a reason. Fatherhood taught me that you gotta have patience. You got to, and I'm just learning it. I'm just learning patience. I'm just learning how to sit still, not run the street, not do this, not do that. Fatherhood teach you patience, and it teach you that you got two people who did not ask to be here that's dependent on you. And your decisions and your choices define their future. So you really gotta think about what you do.
That's real.
Because don't nobody want their kid to grow up and be in school or be around their friends and you come around with your bullshit, you drunk or you high, you this, you that, and they like, damn, that's your father? Like, he's a bum. I don't really want to put my kids through that. I ain't going through that. Like, I don't want to put my kids through that. So, tighten up. Got you. Honestly, I gotta branch out more and ask for more stuff. Cause a lot of stuff like I already knew, if that makes sense. Like that's not my first program, so I know how it goes. But
so what made this time different? You said it's not the first program. What makes this go around different?
Cause I want to do it. I feel like I got something to prove. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. I got something to prove to myself. But with me proving it to myself, I want to see it look on a lot of people's faces when I get to a certain point, and it ain't nothing that you can say to me no more. Because when that video went viral, there was a lot of people that turned their back on me. Genuinely. They might not have said it, they might not have acted like it, or they might have just did it in their head. But I know that I ain't green and I ain't stupid. So I owe the gratification of seeing myself blow up. Not blow up famous wise. No, I'm just talking about like, damn,
yourself.
I went from this to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I want to see myself go from this to that. And then be able to sit myself down with a cup of coffee and a cigarette and be like, nigga, I told you you could do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
That's what I want. That's what I want to do.
That's real.
It's gonna be simple to my future self. Don't fuck up. You fuck up. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of disappointment, and there's a lot of people who did stick with you this time that ain't going to next time, and that's gonna be an empty ass long road. Only people that probably stick with you is gonna be your kids, and with that, you shouldn't even put them through that. So, stay on your path and do what you gotta do.